Hey everyone, welcome back to Strange Mind 6. I'm your host Ruby, and today we're going to be getting back into the book called Spirit Wheel, Meditations from an Indigenous Elder by Stephen Charleston. But before we begin, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It'd mean a great deal to me. And without further ado, grab a snack, grab a drink, or sit back and relax, and let's get to this. Prophet of the Obvious. I am the herald of the ordinary, the mystic of the common, the prophet of the obvious. Those descriptions make me smile, because they remind me that what is the most mystical is actually the most mundane. We do not need to be transported to far distant realms to catch a glimpse of the sacred. If we spend all our time with our head in the clouds, we may miss the Spirit who works in clay and water. Faith does not begin in what we imagine, but in what we experience. It is felt, held, passed on. Heaven is not over the rainbow, but in the earth after the rain. Our mother needs us. The earth is holy. She is our sacred mother. For centuries before centuries, my ancestors knew this and lived beneath the shelter of her great forests and high mountains. Today, we still know it, even as she struggles to survive. Our wisdom and respect are not inherent in our culture. We honor the mother not by some special gift of spiritual insight. All cultures, all people, can learn to live in harmony with the cycles of life. It is simply a matter of practicing what we preach. Let us determine to do so. Our mother needs us, calls to us. Let every son and daughter stand up now, for what must be done to save her. The soul. Let me state my belief as simply and clearly as I can. I believe you and I are more than water, chemicals, and electricity. We are more than winners of a cosmic lottery that grants life and consciousness at random, and only for a few brief years. I believe in the soul, that strange and wonderful mystery of the human spirit, the inner vibration we feel that resonates with our mind, a source of life that is older than the stars. We are beings of a deep awareness, living memories of a time before time. Gift. Imagine many of us have small spiritual rituals we perform each day, so often in fact that they become second nature. One of mine occurs each morning. When I first open my eyes, I say quietly, "Thank you for giving me another day." This helps me never to take a single day for granted, but to always acknowledge the mystery of life, both around me and within me. Life is a gift. We may each recognize a different source for that gift, but we all can be thankful for the simple joy of opening our eyes. Every woman. I am from a matrilineal culture. We trace our families through the female line, and we take our mother's name. For centuries, women held positions of political, economical, and spiritual power in our society. As their children, we are raised to honor and revere women, and respect them in thought, word, and deed. Stories about the treatment of women make me think of my heritage. I value the wisdom of women. I wish I could wrap a star quilt around the shoulders of every woman, a sign of her nobility and a pledge of her safety. When my time comes, I will hear the distant drum call me to join the dance. I will see my ancestors moving in stately processions toward the dance ground, taking their places in the never-ending circle, dressed in their finest traditional attire, majestic in their embodiment of all that our people have stood for, all that they have seen and dreamed for twice 10,000 years. Here on the hills they called sacred, here in the birthplace of their truth and their courage. When my time comes, I will join the dance and scatter starlight with every step I take. The back of the parade. If the progress of humanity is one valiant march into the future, self-confidence in science and power, self-assured in creed and culture, striding past the need for compromise and compassion, then let me walk where I belong, at the very back of that parade. I will walk with the stragglers and the dreamers, the ones who have trouble keeping up, the ones who have no desire to follow. I will help the injured and the forgotten, the elders and the children, and support the seekers who have lost their way. Our future is not in the vanguard of pride, but in the midst of need. Our glory, not in conquest, but in kindness. Let me linger. It may be a product of getting older, but sometimes I want to stop time. I want to make the sunsets last just a little longer. I want the quiet mornings to go on and on. The laughter at the dinner table, to stretch out into a whole evening. The beauty of the clouds as they trace across the valley to never end. It is not that I want to freeze reality, just slow it down. I want life to move as slowly as I do, for I have learned that life moves far too fast as it is. It is a joy that endures but briefly, made of moments that pass as quickly as hummingbirds. Let me linger in the love I feel. Let me see the light for as long as I can. They watch over you. They watch over you, the ones who have gone before, the ones who know you best, the spirits of a love that never dies, your ancestors of hope and courage, bright souls who shaped your life and showed you what life really was. They watch over you, they hear you and care for you. No matter what comes, no matter what happens, they are there, sheltering you beneath their blessing, giving you the wisdom you need, the strength you need, to live as they lived, to love as they loved, to watch and wonder the unfolding of a blanket of dreams. And that is where we're going to leave off today, my dear friends. May you have a wonderful morning, noon, and night whenever this video reaches you. Until then, this has been Ruby signing off.